Hello, hi, and welcome to this week's Cryptid Files stream, another episode in which I give you full body chills, so get your snacks, get your tea, get your blankets, because this is definitely gonna give you chills. How are you doing, everyone? Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Special thanks to my mods. I saw Silverjack, I saw IDK Bacon, Shy. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Eric, also thank you so much for modding the stream. Morgan, hi, thank you so much for being here and modding the stream as well. Okay, you guys, let me just say hi to everyone in the chat. I see V Scorpio, Rune S, Queen MC, hello. Oh, so some of my VIPs. Foundation Repair, hi. Undead Rabbit, and who else? Fabian, hi. Nicholas, hi. Brian Garza, Dorothy Morgan, hi. Ashley, hello. Ashley Eastman, hello. Did I pronounce it correctly? Hardkorowy, hi. Pozdrawiam z Polski, miłej nocki. Ja idę spać, bo u mnie jest 4. Dobranoc, mam nadzieję, że uda ci się zasnąć o tej godzinie, bardzo późno jest w Polsce. Anyway, thank you so much for my Polish fans, thank you for, you know, tuning in, even though I'm streaming at this hour, like unholy hour, because it's, you know, in Taiwan it's actually 10 a.m. so for me it's morning. Lilith, hi, and Toichika, hi, and Nat, hello, right, okay, welcome. Connor, hello, just some guy on his phone, hi. The John Active, welcome, thank you so much for stopping by. And Pitaco, some of my patrons, a lot of my patrons are here, Patreon members. Darkest Monkey, hi, and who else, because oh, Mooncat, and wait, Kofeel Daimako, hi. did I read it correctly? Oh god. And Minimal Style, hello, welcome. And wait, in the hospital right now. What is going on? I hope you're... Wait, are you okay? In the hospital right now, so going to have to lurk. Okay, no worries. Hey, if you have to lurk, that's completely fine. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are lurking, so hello to my lurkers. And yeah, like you don't have to... Obviously, you don't have to chat. Like if you're just a lurker, then I hope you enjoy the stream. I hope you enjoy the story. So it's a good day, you know? Today's a good day unless you're a goat. Definitely, because today we're talking about a certain monster that was targeting specifically livestock and specifically goats, and if you do not like hearing about baby goats being sacrificed to a blood-sucking monster, yeah, I advise you to not listen to this stream, because there's gonna be a moment where I lose my shit, because baby goats are cute, and yeah, unfortunately there's gonna be a moment, there's gonna be a plot twist, and you guys are gonna be frustrated as much as I will probably. Oh, I'm the goat, hey. Chad lurks so the Mothman can walk. I mean, sounds like a plan. Okay, before we begin, I just wanted to say that we have a October, god, I can't think today. I'm just already thinking about Chupacabra. Sona is the goat. Am I? Hey! I mean, I hope I'm not gonna be the baby goat that gets... Never mind. You guys will find out soon. So I just wanted to remind you guys that October wallpapers are available now on Patreon, and if you wanna get one of these bad boys, like for example this one, to, you know, spice up your phone or your computer, or this one, then yeah, you can head over to my Patreon. It is patreon.com/FEARSONA, so you can check it out. We have weekly bonus streams, we have bonus cases, we have drunk history, and yeah, yesterday we had urban legends and like weird Polish cryptids. I was just talking about like weird urban legends in Poland, and some like cryptid slash kind of folklore creatures. It was very interesting. Like I had a blast. I really had a blast. I was so happy to kind of share the stories from my childhood and kind of realize that holy shit, my childhood was fucked up. Like if I think about it, like Polish folklore, sometimes it's very concerning. It's very, very disturbing. So yeah, if you want to check it out, you know, you can go to Patreon. There's quite a few perks for Patreon members. Okay, and what else? I think that's it. This is the closing stream of this week. I hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna still have another Cryptid Files stream next week, you know, because this month is the Spooktober, so I focus on the spookiest monsters, the Halloween monsters, the cryptids. Okay, wait, let me just read some of the chat. Okay, can confirm, Sona. Wait, Sona is very worth it. Oh, so I can confirm it's very, okay, Sona is very worth it. Patreon, you mean Patreon? Yeah. I mean, I hope so. I think I'm trying my best there, and you know, like, I mean, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm really glad to get to, you know, that I get to hang out with my Patreon members. So like maybe, you know, like a narrower, like smaller circle, and we can chat and I can share some more things, some more true crime stuff, some more cryptid stuff, some more, you know, spooky stuff. So that's great. And still, Sona, somehow forget that Sona isn't just cool. She's hot. Hey, I mean, yeah, I have it all. No. I mean, the artworks are great. Like, honestly, I love them. I love them all. Okay, this one was drawn by me like a while ago, a year or two. I think I drew it like 2 years ago, but I just found it and I was just like, hey, I mean, this is my old avatar, and I figured, hey, I might as well just share it as a wallpaper. It's great. Like, why not? The other ones were drawn by two talented artists. One is Pluvio, the other one is my GWJ, I think. Oh god, well, May. Oh, okay, you guys, that's so cute. That's pretty. Yeah, that's past Sona. That is past me. That is the past me. And what else? Hi. Oh, hi, Nightflower. Hello, and stay one Sobel. Hello. I think I'm reading this correctly. Trying to decide between vanilla and chocolate ice cream. Went with chocolate, but second guessing my decision. No, chocolate is great. Chocolate ice cream is the best. Come on. Don't be vanilla. Don't be vanilla. Don't be basic. She got the full package. I mean, legit, you can get the pack of art for like 15 plus. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. Jacko Sona. Oh yeah, my other my other avatar. Okay, you guys, I think it is time. Are you ready? Are you guys ready? Are you ready for this? Because we're gonna take it outside. We're gonna take it to the woods, to the fields, and yeah, let's, you know what? Let's get right into it. Let's just roll. Just remember to wrap yourself in a blanket, because this is gonna be chilly. Okay, so we've covered several cryptids so far on this channel, and this story often goes the same way. 60 to 70 years ago, someone encountered a mysterious creature they've never seen before, but all we have is a blurry photo, a set of footprints, or worse, just a first-person account of the monster and nothing else. But what if I told you there's a cryptid that's been seen by countless people, which has and it has actual physical evidence? Today, we're going to talk about none other than El Chupacabra, the notorious monster that kills and sucks the blood of livestock, terrorizing the countryside even to this day. Yes, to this day, because new reports are coming in constantly, every single day, I would say. So, the existence of the Chupacabra only came to worldwide attention in 1995, which is just 28 years ago. That means that the Chupacabra is considered a modern cryptid, and unlike older cryptids, it means that we have evidence that's much more concrete. Things like bodies of supposed victims, actual clear video evidence, and possibly an actual body of a real Chupacabra. Do we finally have evidence of a real-life cryptid, or is the Chupacabra just another hoax like the rest of them? Well, let's... I just bumped into my microphone. Well, let's delve into the case and find out. Also, just give me a minute, because David just super chatted. Thank you so much, David. Hey, Sona and Angry Mob. Sorry I can't stay in the stream or be able to watch any stream this week due to stuff, but hope and pray you all have a blessed life and have a great day/night and good week. Take care. You too, David. Take care. Don't worry about it. You know, life comes first. So take care of whatever it is that you have going on. And yeah, I hope to see you soon and enjoy the stream. Okay. So, moving on. Also, on a side note, I don't know if you guys can, I don't know if you guys get it too, but like, I swear to God, like whenever, you know that song, La Cucaracha? Yeah, I sing La Chupacabra. Oh no! The voice reading, oh God. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, like, the song, the kids song or something, like La Cucaracha, I totally just sing it, like, I always mix it up and I just sing La Chupacabra, La Chupacabra, Chupacabra, la la la. I don't know why, like, it's just stuck in my head as La Chupacabra, and you will not convince me otherwise. I know it's a different song, but oh well. Okay, so moving on to the story. The legend of El Chupacabra actually originated in Puerto Rico. Though El Chupacabra grew in prominence in the early 1990s, many believe that the monster may have appeared much earlier in a small town in the northeast of Puerto Rico called Moca. On February 25th, 1975, a local farmer in Moca made a horrifying discovery. Several of his animals, and this is a newspaper from that time, several of his animals, specifically 15 cows, 3 goats, 2 geese, and 1 pig were found dead. And not only that, they had puncture marks on their body, and every drop of their blood had been drained. Okay, I low-key don't feel sorry for the geese, because I fucking hate geese. Geese are assholes. And, but goats and cows and 1 pig, like, RIP, forever in our hearts. But the geese, I don't know. Okay, fine. It's too bad that they died, but also, like, you probably had it coming. So the authorities were notified, but the police blamed the deaths on, I don't know, like wild dogs and considered the case closed. But that was not the end of it. On March 7th, another cow was found dead with puncture marks on its skull and scratches around the wounds. A week later, another farmer reported 34 chickens dead in a similar way and continued to grow, and the number just continued to grow exponentially. The attacks had escalated so quickly that it became headline news all over Puerto Rico, and this is another newspaper clipping. So the Puerto Rican newspaper El Vocero gave the creature a name, El Vampiro de Moca, or the Moca vampire. In less than a month, the vampire of Moca had killed and mutilated more than 100 animals in less than a month. So throughout March and April, the authorities in Puerto Rico tried to find a rational explanation. One of the theories was that the vampire was some kind of vampire bat. However, this theory quickly fell through because most of the bats in the area and in Puerto Rico at least in the area of the attacks were fruit bats. Additionally, the bite marks on the animals were quite large, which were not consistent with physically small vampire bats. Another initial theory was that the vampire was a Puerto Rican boa, and locals in Moca had apparently captured 2 6-foot-long Puerto Rican boas, so the snakes, which had allegedly tried to attack a 600-pound cow. Holy shit. I mean, ballsy of those boas. Anyway, so those snakes were kind of like allegedly trying to attack a cow. However, experts would refute this theory for several reasons. For one, the Puerto Rican boa does not suck blood. It just chokes its victims. And it is physically not capable of taking down and killing large farm animals. So there's no possibility, there's no chance that the boa would have killed a cow. So as police and journalists tried to find answers, the attacks kept continuing and started spreading into other towns in Puerto Rico. Farmers and their neighbors armed themselves and mounted night watches to catch the Mocha vampire, even spreading poison around their properties to protect their animals. Some farmers claimed that they saw glimpses of a strange creature. Some thought they saw a strange creature covered with feathers, but others thought they saw a, quote, round-headed, hairy-tailed, and large-eyed creature, end quote, that growled like a small dog. However, the witnesses were not very reliable, as no one was really able to have a good look at the creature, at the elusive monster. So the descriptions were quite different and people weren't really sure what they saw. So fast forward 20 years and the mysterious livestock mutilations began again, but this time in Orocovis, in Puerto Rico, about 100 kilometers away from Mocha, where the Mocha vampire originally appeared. So on March 11th, 1995, 8 dead sheep were found dead in Orocovis, so in that little town, 100 kilometers away from Mocha. The animals had 3 strange puncture holes in their neck, 3, and were completely drained of blood. So this sounds familiar. It's the same as what happened in Mocha. By August 1995, another 150 animals were found dead. So within weeks, it's hundreds of animals just dead. So the animals, 150 more animals, were found dead in similar circumstances in Canovanas in Puerto Rico, so another town. Victims of the mysterious blood-sucking creature included a variety of farm animals and pets, including sheep, cow, rabbits, turkeys, cats, dogs, and most importantly, there was a large number of goats. So there was a focus on goats. In addition to the familiar puncture wounds and lack of blood, many of the bodies had also had wounds or openings in the abdomen, which many animals were missing some organs. The incidents created a media frenzy in Puerto Rico, and soon the elusive creature would finally get its name. Radio show comedian Silverio Perez called the creature El Chupacabra, which literally mean goat sucker, since the creature's favorite target seemed to be goats. Poor goats. Goats are cute. They can be creepy, especially the ones with eyes that kind of go different ways. I don't know, those are freaking me out, but goats are cute. Poor goats. Why couldn't it have been geese sucker? That's fine. No one likes geese. But yeah, goat sucker. Okay, so the media attention of El Chupacabra sparked another debate about what this monster actually could be. El Vocera, the newspaper that originally covered the Mocha vampire in the 70s, proposed an interesting theory that El Chupacabra may have been a giant bat, like vampire bat, which, though are not native to Puerto Rico, could have come to the island through cargo ships coming from South America. Other theories suggested that this wasn't the work of a monster at all, but instead some kind of ritual killing by a secret satanic cult. Satan. Of course it would be Satan. It's always the demon. It's always Satan, It's always, I don't know, whenever animal mutilations happen, the theory of a satanic cult is always there, it's lurking in the shadows. Okay, so, however, even though these theories kind of resurfaced and a lot of people were convinced, none of them actually stuck. So none of these theories actually stuck, simply because they couldn't explain the strange circumstances of the animal killings. And then Dr. Carlos Soto, a qualified veterinarian, examined 8 victims of the Chupacabra and found several shocking details that he couldn't quite explain. First of all, the wounds found on the animals were about, the diameter of a drinking straw. So those were quite big, and 3 to 4 inches in length. According to Dr. Soto, these weren't just compatible with the bite of a dog, a monkey, or any animal he'd ever studied. Second, the puncture wounds on the animals' necks went straight to the brain. So they were kind of going upwards, as if the animal bit the victim, right, like its target, very intentionally upwards at a certain angle that instantly went to the brain and damaged the brain and killed the victim. So Dr. Soto that felt that this was not only a surprisingly efficient method of killing the animals, it suggested that whatever did it had a certain level of intelligence and may have done so to basically reduce the victim's suffering. And yeah, I can see in the chat like, whoa, what the fuck? What? Like, oh geez, yeah, it was very, very intentional. The wound was, I mean, if the doctor says it, like, hey, this is weird, this wound was kind of, it was very intentional. It was kind of going upwards, as if whatever attacked the goats and the livestock knew exactly where to bite and where the brain is, so that the animal doesn't suffer too long and is just an instant kill. Now, here's the strangest detail. Dr. Soto noticed that many of the dead animals did not exhibit rigor mortis 12 hours after death. So, you know, they sometimes actually remained flexible for several days. And this is very, very strange because rigor mortis starts to set in after 3 to 4 hours and is typically complete within 12 hours after death. And in this case, the animals were still flexible, no rigor mortis, for several days. Like, picture this. Okay, so if this medical professional's observations are to be believed, the Chupacabra, or whatever caused the numerous animal deaths in Puerto Rico, wasn't any normal animal that we know of. And that's definitely something. So finally, there was one significant, very significant sighting of El Chupacabra that possibly revealed the monster's true identity. And it happened around the second week of August 1995 in Canovanas, where there had previously been a huge outburst of animal attacks. I was just talking about it, like hundreds of animals. So in Canovanas, in 1995, 31-year-old Madeline Tolentino was at her mother's house, and Madeline saw that a car that was going on the driveway in front of the house suddenly stopped to park, and she noticed that the driver had a face, basically he looked like he was scared shitless, as if he was about to be attacked or mugged, like as if he was seeing something that scared him to the bone. And that's when Madeline saw from around the corner a strange creature walking on two legs. With the help of UFO researcher George Martin, she produced this sketch of what she saw. So basically, Madeline described the creature as being 4 to 5 feet tall, alien-like creature. It had dark gray skin with dark spots that looked like burns, and it had big slanted red eyes that light up like Christmas lights. I mean, not my description, Madeline's description. Dorothy, thank you so much. The idea that the Chupacabra is actually an invasive species is interesting. Other invasive species include Dracula. I mean, yeah, like I think I'm kind of sold. No, I don't know. I don't know if I'm sold on the vampire bat theory, and you're gonna see why. I'm gonna discuss it, but okay. Anyway, let's just continue with the description of this Chupacabra. So she said the Chupacabra had basically eyes that were glowing red like a Christmas tree. Well, the whole Chupacabra was kind of like a Christmas tree, and you'll see why. So the Chupacabra, according to Madeline, had no ears, small holes for nostrils, and a lipless mouth. It stood on two legs like a human, but hopped around like a kangaroo. And then it had thin arms with 3 long and thin fingers with claws. It gave off a strong smell, and it had I can't read it. It had phosphorescent, oh, that's the word, difficult word, I'm sorry, difficult words. So it had phosphorescent, bright-colored feather-like spines from the head, like, or spines or spikes, I guess spikes, like more like spikes. So it had feather-like spikes from the head and down to the end of the back, and the spikes would constantly change colors. And like, hold up. You mean to tell me that the Chupacabra had RGB spikes in 1995? Damn. Like, this bad boy was way ahead of the game. Now everyone has something RGB, like all of our PCs. If you have a desktop, heck, if you have a laptop, it probably has some RGB. Like gaming laptops, they have RGB stuff. So Chupacabra was ahead of its game. Ahead of the game! Oh my god! Christmas tree. Also, I can just imagine like the eyes glowing red, spikes glowing RGB, you know, like all the colors of the rainbow, and yeah, and it's just hopping around like a kangaroo. I'm sorry, this is, yeah, it's like a, yeah, Christmas in August. Oh my god, 6 frames per second spikes, yeah, seriously, and it's just like RGB, disco, party. Okay, so the Madeleine Tolentino sighting of the Chupacabra is the most famous and is widely regarded as the basis for what people believe the Chupacabra looks like. However, Madeleine wasn't the only person who witnessed the Chupacabra, and there were many others who also claimed to have seen it, though there were varying descriptions. The descriptions basically vary. One described the Chupacabra as a monkey-like creature, but without a tail, so I assume this is the one on far left. Another woman described a dog-like creature that could stand up and had 2 short hands, so the one in the middle. And then some even reported something completely different, that the Chupacabra walked on 4 legs and had wings like a bat. Despite all the varying descriptions, it was clear that what this creature was definitely not a regular animal in existence. And throughout 1995, as Chupacabra attacks continued to be reported, the authorities did not succeed in finding the creature and stopping it. Puerto Ricans got so fearful, so afraid and desperate that the mayor of Canovanas did something drastic about it. On October 29th, 1995, so the same year, 1995, Mayor Jose Chemo Soto, Jose Chemo Soto, also, I'm sorry, I call up. Another call up. Is everyone called Soto? Like, the doctor, are they related? I am having some doubts. I am having some concerns, because like, the mayor is called Soto. The vet from the Chupacabra case is called Soto. I am sensing some conspiracy here. I am sensing some, Wait a minute. I mean, I don't have any, okay, to be fair, I don't have any information that they are related, but I was curious about it, so I was just like, is Soto a very popular name in Puerto Rico? No, it's not. It's like 50, rank 50. So it's not even close to being the most popular name. So I was just like, this smells fishy, a little bit. Okay, so the mayor, yeah, what the heck? The Soto bloodline, you know, just for generations looking for the Chupacabra. Yeah, that's one hickey you'll want to avoid. Yeah, seriously. One bite, you know, one hickey that you will not be happy with. The Chupacabra hickey. Chupa hickey. Goat hickey. Oh wait, that sounded bad. Okay, anyway. It's a family business. Ah! It's a family story, you know, family passed down from generation to generation, I guess. But yeah, I was just curious. I was just like, wait a minute, hold up. It's just like, the vet is Soto, the mayor who was kind of like in charge of this whole situation is Soto. Like, what the heck is going on? Okay. So on October 29th, 1995, Mayor Jose Chemo Soto, who served with the US Army in Vietnam, actually organized a full-on safari to hunt down the Chupacabra. A sportsman and gun collector, Mayor Kemo Soto, led some 200 townsfolk, civil defense workers, police, and even prison guards to search for the Chupacabra in the jungles of Puerto Rico. The Chupa Force. Okay, that sounds bad. That sounds stupid. But the Chupa Force, and it just sounds as stupid as that Netflix movie. Damn it, I'll see myself out. Okay, so going back. So from 1995 to 1996, oh, you guys are gonna hate this part. So from 1995 to 1996, reported sightings had spread throughout all of Puerto Rico, and more than 2,000 animals had allegedly been killed by chupacabras. Now, what's really messed up about this supposed safari by Mayor Kemo Soto is that they actually put a baby goat in a cage and carried it around in the forest to use as bait to lure out the chupacabra. No! I don't... Okay. Objection. Objection. No, I don't... Baby goat? Who's the real monster here? Goats have feelings too. This baby goat probably had dreams and plans for the future, and someone made dinner plans for them instead. So... Look at it! Look at them! Okay, this is not the actual goat. This one is probably safe, although it also might be someone's dinner already. Okay, to be fair, this is a pygmy goat, so it's actually a pet, so maybe it's still alive. I don't know. Okay, the fate of this goat is unclear, but it's not this is not the victim goat. This is not the bait. Anyway, moving on. So, unfortunately, despite almost sacrificing an innocent baby goat like a fucking monster, they did not succeed in finding the chupacabra, and the farm animal attacks continued. So let's just keep rolling. The news about chupacabra in Puerto Rico spread all over the world, and soon chupacabra sightings and incidents started to appear everywhere else. Reports of dead farm animals with puncture wounds and drained blood, the telltale sign of a chupacabra attack, began to emerge in Texas, Florida, then in Mexico, and then all over the place. Over the years, sightings and attacks were reported pretty much everywhere in North and South America, including Argentina, Bolivia, Dominican Republic, Chile, Honduras, El Salvador, Colombia, Panama, Brazil, Peru, and the reports eventually came from as far as Indonesia and the Philippines, so literally everywhere. So what can explain this phenomenon? Like some theory talk about the chupacabra somehow spread to Latin America by hitching onto cargo ships and then spread to North America and to the rest of the world. Others believe that chupacabra has always been around in more than one of these places. Regardless of what it was, the fact remained. Farm animals everywhere were dying under similar suspicious circumstances, and something out there was causing it. I mean, these are thousands of animals, and no one can explain like how they died, what killed them. Also, J. Daryl McCoy, thank you so much for the donation. Chupa Force, protect the baby goat. Yeah, I know, but like the Chupa Force, that sounded stupid. The Chupa Force sounds stupid. But baby goat protection program, I would endorse it. So again, thousands of animals throughout several countries, and no one can explain like what's going on. But as the chupacabra spread all over the world, there was a major shift in the public's understanding of the cryptid. The appearance of the chupacabra evolved somehow at one point. So unlike the initial reports of chupacabra in Puerto Rico, the more recent reports of chupacabra describe it as a creature walking primarily on all fours instead of on two legs like a kangaroo, like the first sighting. Though the more updated chupacabra had similar features such as hairless skin, spines on the back, and thick claws, the overall features are significantly different, and its head profile is reported to look more like a canine, and with a snout that Also, non-blitzo, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. First super chat. Congratulations. Okay, so the head of this new Chupacabra is reported to look more like a dog, like a canine, with a snout, protruding fangs, and pronounced ears. This is very unlike the original reports in Puerto Rico, where the Chupacabra specifically had no ears or nose, and it looked more like an alien. Reports of this kind of Chupacabra exploded all over the United States in the early 2000s. And with the introduction of affordable video cameras and camera phones, there have been a lot of photos and videos of the alleged Chupacabra. Even to this day, I mean, videos and photos are constantly being shared on YouTube and TikTok, supposedly showing the Chupacabra. I actually have a lot of videos and photos of Chupacabra sightings, many of which were submitted by my Patreon members for, you know, like Patreon members on Discord, so the VIP members. But we're going to look at them actually together after we finish the case, because there's so many and people just submitted some very convincing, pretty convincing evidence. So we're gonna look at it like after I'm done with the story. So please stick around to the end of the case. Don't go anywhere. Unless you hate thinking about baby goats being sacrificed, then yeah, I can't do anything about that. Okay, so unfortunately, I can tell you in advance that a lot of the videos and photos of Chupacabra are not really legitimate. But in 2007, someone found hard evidence of a Chupacabra in southern Texas. An actual Chupacabra body. Yeah, I'm not kidding. This is a real story. And there's the body. Like, the body is there. Okay, so the body exists. So in the city of Cuero in Texas, Dr. Phyllis Canyon, naturopathic, I think that's how you read it. I'm sorry, don't kill me. Naturopathic doctor, an experienced hunter. This is her. Yay. So she noticed that chickens on her ranch were mysteriously being killed and mutilated. Over the course of several years, 26 of her chickens had died, and all the blood was drained from the body. So when they were dying in the same exact way. Puncture wounds, blood drained, you know, then the usual pattern. Then in 2007, Phyllis found a strange roadkill on her property that thoroughly shocked her. The body didn't look like any animal she'd ever encountered, and at first she suspected that the animal was some kind of coyote with mangy, which is a skin disease in animals caused by mites. But Phyllis, who'd lived her whole life on a ranch, she concluded that the creature did not look like a mangy coyote at all. And then in mid-July, her neighbors contacted her saying that they had found 3 bodies of a similar looking creature in the area. At this point, Phyllis thought that the creatures were probably some strange hybrid between 2 animals. But when her brother heard about the dead chickens on her ranch, with their blood drained out, he told Phyllis that it might actually be Chupacabra. So as Phyllis had a science background and also a wealth of experience with animals on a ranch, she knew that she had to find out what this mysterious creature was and whether or not it was in fact the famed Chupacabra. So she kept one of the bodies in a freezer. Ew. But she kept one of the bodies in a freezer and eventually had it sent to a taxidermist. Ew. As a result, Phyllis produced what is now known as the only preserved body of a supposed Chupacabra. Ta-da! Ta-da! Ew. So I know what you're thinking. It pretty much looks like a hairless dog or a coyote or even a hairless wolf. But there are some interesting things to point out about this body. So when Phyllis recruited some vets to basically analyze the creature, they observed several strange features that to this day still can't be explained. Immediately, the veterinarians ruled out, veterinarian is a fucking difficult word for me to pronounce. I hate my tongue. I hate my mouth. I loathe myself right now. Okay, so immediately the veterinarians nailed it, ruled out that this creature was a dog, coyote, or a wolf. So they were just like, no, this is definitely none of these. It had grayish blue skin, which is not consistent with canines with mangy, as they would have dark gray skin with little pink hue, since mangy is related to very irritated skin. In fact, Phyllis sent hair and skin samples from this body, the body of the supposed Chupacabra, to test for any dermatitis or any skin disease, and everything came back negative. So this animal did not have any skin disease. So then the veterinarians and scientists that Phyllis talked to said that the animal was not diseased and it was quite healthy when it died. Was it though? Because it died. I have my doubts. Anyway, so there are other features that are not consistent with any known canine. The feature was found with, the creature, yes. The creature was found with 4 nipples, whereas canines have 8 nipples. I've never said nipples so many times. Nipples. Okay, there were also faint stripes. I don't know, like, if you can see them, but there were also faint stripes on the skin and strange, like, nodules or bumps on the rear end of the animal, which the veterinarians couldn't explain. Like, you can see it here, like, one of them, that bump on its, like, upper leg, like the butt area, it's just, like, it's weird. Like, that one's unexplained because they don't know what it is. Also, not Blitzo, thank you so much for another super chat. Nipples. Probably died by natural causes, like nature. Yeah, wouldn't have guessed. Natural causes. Nature. Hey. But I guess it wasn't. I mean, okay, it could have been healthy. Maybe it was just old. Okay, so again, the bumps on its butt, those could not be explained. And more importantly, Phyllis sent samples of the creature's body to get DNA tests, and I mean multiple times, and the results were surprising. So she said, quote, "I have now done DNA tests at 5 different universities. All of them came back identical. They do not match any animal in the archive," end quote. So that's what she said. Bad joke, because that's literally what she did say. So 5 tests, the animal was tested, the DNA was tested, and it came back as inconclusive. Like, no, it doesn't match any animal that they have in the archive. So weird. Okay, but now that we've covered the significant sightings of Chupacabra, the question remains: what exactly is the Chupacabra and where did it come from? Let's dive into some of the popular theories about the notorious cryptid. Yep, so the first theory is aliens. Yep, the Chupacabra is an alien out from the outer space. So the main evidence of this theory is that UFO sightings often happen close to the times when the Chupacabra... Also, I'm sorry, okay, I have to take off my wrist guard. I'm sorry, because it's bothering me and the Velcro is sticking to my mouse pad and it pisses me off. So I apologize. Okay, now I'm good. Okay, so the main evidence of this theory is that UFO sightings often happened close to the times when Chupacabra victims were found or when Chupacabras were sighted. UFO sightings tied to the Chupacabra were reported in Puerto Rico as early as the 1970s. On March 12th, 1975, in the outskirts of Moca, so the same town where Chupacabra sightings first started, a man named Ruiz Torres and his children witnessed a spinning object in the sky, which they described as looking like, quote, "the lights on a police cruiser," end quote. This UFO apparently appeared over fields where mutilated animal bodies had been found later, which led people to believe that the Moca vampire, or later the Chupacabra, was some kind of alien. over the years, different types of UFOs, oval-shaped, cigar-shaped, or pyramid-shaped, have been sighted close to where Chupacabra attacks happened, and especially in Puerto Rico. The alien theory is interesting because El Chupacabra was described as looking alien-like in the Puerto Rico sightings from 1995 to 1996. It's also interesting because Chupacabra attacks have very similar signs as alien cattle mutilations. Similar to the Chupacabra reports, alien cattle mutilations also have strange puncture wounds or incisions, bodies drained of blood, or missing body parts. I mean, just the other week, I remember the Skinwalker Ranch. I literally just talked about it. What happened with Terry Sherman's cattle at the ranch was, very oddly similar. Puncture wounds or incision wounds. They were dissected. No blood in any of the mutilations. So is it Chupacabra or is it aliens? Or is it Skinwalkers? Or is everything just one thing and we've been all, everyone was just wrong all this time. Also, Non-Blitzo, welcome to Even Angrier Mob. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. And yeah, so that's interesting because we've had quite a few cases where there were cattle mutilations and it usually goes the same way. So basically dissected or some incisions, very precise incisions or puncture wounds, and then there's no blood. Okay, but we have the second theory, which is a hybrid experiment. Chupacabras are a hybrid animals created by secret scientific experiments of the US government. It's always the US government, I don't know. It's either US government or Russian government or maybe Japan. I don't know. Okay, so the main source of this theory comes from the fact that the US government has had a long and often very dark history of conducting shady scientific experiments in Puerto Rico specifically, sometimes with very, very terrible consequences. And I am not kidding, there are examples and I will give you some examples. So in 1932, this is so messed up. In 1932, doctors from Europe and the United States were injecting cancer cells into Puerto Ricans in order to observe the progress of the disease. I am not kidding. This happened 1932. Why are humans fucked up? Why are humans some humans are fucked up? Why? I don't understand. I am losing hope in the humanity. So this happened. They were injecting people with cancer cells to basically infect them with cancer and observe how the disease progresses in humans. This is, yeah. Oh, humans are disgusting. Oh my God. Okay. So in the 1950s, I mean, I hope it doesn't happen anymore. Although I am having some serious concerns because my mother, I mean, I talked about it quite, like the last stream. My mother, I vaguely remember, vividly actually, not vaguely, vividly remember my mother taking my blood. So I may or may not have been a victim of some kind of deep state experiment. I don't know. Maybe I'm 11 and I have powers, dormant powers. Any day now. Why don't they wake up? Okay, so this was in 1932. In the 1950s, this is another fucked up part. So in the 1950s, the US government also conducted a very controversial eugenics and contraceptives experiment. And they were testing on women in Puerto Rico, which caused several temporary and permanent side effects in participants and also led to the death of 3 women at least. Yeah. I am disgusted by us. I'm sorry. Sona's mom is a vampire. My mom is a deep state government scientist. I don't know. Doctor. No, she's not. She's a nurse, but or is she? I can't trust her anymore. So then there was the Viquez Naval Training Range. I apologize if I misread it, but the training range, which is a US military test site located on the island of Viquez, about 5 miles east of mainland Puerto Rico, where the US military tested a variety of weapons that caused a lot of dangerous contamination in the area, including mercury, lead, copper, magnesium, lithium, napalm, depleted uranium, to name a few. What a lovely cocktail. What a lovely mix. I loathe us. You know what? I am full of loathing for humanity sometimes. I don't understand how we live with ourselves. Okay. As a result of the training and this contamination, residents of this small island have some of the highest report rates of cancer in the world. So fucked up. Due to the long history of very shady experiments happening in Puerto Rico, many people theorized that the Chupacabra was the product of some kind of secret scientific experiment on Puerto Rico, and unfortunately the lab experiments escaped from their facilities. So radioactive dogs that were loaded with cancer cells and uranium, and I don't know, like radioactive cocktail, radioactive smoothie, and they just escaped. This is great, you know, like this is great. This always goes so well. Experiment, like the scientific experiment facility on an island, and you're raising and growing radioactive dogs with possibly bat wings. There is no way something's gonna go wrong, right? Everything's gonna be super safe. Like, have you seen Jurassic Park? Or any action movie with like monster? That is a genetic experiment, because it always goes so very well. And it's very contained, always. Okay, so another version of this theory is even crazier, and it actually comes from Chile. And you see, in the year 2000, there were over 105 cases of supposed El Chupacabra attacks or sightings in Calama, a city in northern Chile. So this is the country, and Calama is in the north. Also, Fabian, thank you so much for the donation. That's why there are so many Sonas. Her mother made them in her experiments with Sona's blood. A Sonaverse is actually clones of Sonas. I mean, very secret project, I guess, that I have no idea about, or I'm just realizing. Okay, so as I said, there were 105 cases of supposed El Chupacabra attacks in Calama, a city in Chile. Residents of the city believed that the Chupacabras were actually a hybrid animal created by NASA, which escaped from NASA's secret laboratories in northern Chile. Witnesses claimed to have seen two suspicious large containers with the NASA logo arrived in Chile from Miami, Florida, which they believed contained a male and female Chupacabra. Locals also claimed that a team of NASA scientists arrived in a black helicopter and were escorted to the Calama area by the Chilean army, implying some kind of secret collaboration with the US and Chilean government. And you're probably wondering the same thing as I am. Why would NASA be creating animal hybrids? And why in the heck would they do it in Chile of all places? Why not? Is anyone surprised by shady deep state experiments anymore? Not me, because clearly we've had a bunch of them. I mean, Men in Black is a thing for a reason. It's always, yeah, it's, you know, all those cryptids that I talk about, it's probably, you know, some government experiment. Okay, well, in this case, there is an explanation to all of this that kind of makes sense. You see, Calama is located in the Atacama Desert, which is known to be the driest place on the entire planet, and has a landscape that's similar to that of Mars. So the theory goes that NASA was trying to create some hybrid animal that would be able to survive on Mars, you know, in those similar, you know, conditions. So this theory is pretty much interesting, but it is a bit, like, it is pretty interesting, but it's also a bit wild. I mean, for example, if NASA was trying to secretly import El Chupacabra into Chile, why did I say it like that? Chile. Chile. El Chupacabra into Chile. Yeah, okay, I nailed it. If I cut up this video, this is gonna be like okay, I have to just say it a couple of times so that it just sounds like I didn't mess it up. El Chupacabra into Chile. Cool, okay. So if they were trying to secretly import El Chupacabra into Chile, why would they put the NASA logo on the containers for everyone to see? Someone in the NASA super secret covert operations clearly needs to be fired. I mean, that is my opinion. Just my opinion. Nevertheless, the idea of a hybrid species does explain a lot of strange mysteries about the Chupacabra, particularly about its strange appearance and why it has only relatively recently started to appear, because the experiment started like 28 years ago or something. Okay, so the third theory is monkey escape. Now that we've talked about two crazy theories, we have here like one more rational explanation for the Chupacabra phenomenon. The Chupacabra are simply escaped monkeys. So in San Juan, Puerto Rico, there is one of the oldest primate research centers in the world called the Caribbean Primate Research Center. And this research center was set up in the 1930s, and thousands of different species of primates were brought there to the Caribbean from all over the world in order to experiment. Wait a minute, hold up a minute. Caribbean Animal Research Center, NASA. Hold up, because I am having a flashback. I am having a major Isn't that also where this one guy... Wait. Isn't that also when this one guy gave dolphins LSD and tried to get them to mate with a human girl? Wait, because it is like mildly disturbing that this is the first thing that came to me when I thought of the Caribbean. And I am having a slight... I'm in shock. I think I covered this before. And yeah, I covered it. I did do a case on the LSD dolphins that were supposedly, one of them was supposedly mating with a human. So, bruh, this all happened in the Caribbean. This all happened in the okay. This is just a little, I'm just a little concerned how my brain works right now, because it's just finding the weirdest shit at the most unexpected moment. But yeah, if you want to see that stream, it's probably somewhere on my channel. Or wait, did I do it on Patreon? I might have done it on Patreon. But yeah, the LSD dolphins. Fun times. So the theory, let's get back to the case, because I'm just gonna think about fucked up stuff. I am picturing stuff and I don't want to picture stuff. So the theory is that monkeys from the facility may have escaped and may have been the cause of the supposed Chupacabra attacks in Puerto Rico. Shy, oh my god. Excuse me, but what? Oh no. Excuse me. Yeah, there was that case of like dolphins that were fed LSD, and one dolphin in particular was very friendly with this caretaker that was this lady, and things happened. Okay, things were happening. So you guys can just go check it. If you type in FEARSONA LSD dolphins, it's probably gonna show you something. Okay. Anyway, so the theory, you know, is that monkeys escaped from the research facility and may have been the cause of the Chupacabra attacks in Puerto Rico. This theory makes sense since many of the early witnesses of El Chupacabra describe it as having like monkey-like features and behaviors. But the question remains, does El Chupacabra actually exist, and can we believe any of the supposed evidence of its existence? To answer this question, we need to first address the important fact that there are two very different versions of El Chupacabra. There's the original Puerto Rican version of the Chupacabra, so the one on the right, which walks on two legs and looks more like an alien and a Christmas tree, and the updated version of Chupacabra that walks on four legs, which was popularized after the Chupacabra supposedly spread to the rest of the world. Let's talk first about the more updated version of Chupacabra, so the one that walks on 4 legs. Unfortunately, despite of the all the photo evidence and video evidence that's out there, this version of Chupacabra is probably not real. Many scientists and many scientists and experts have already debunked many supposed Chupacabra sightings, which just turned out to be dogs or other canines with very advanced cases of skin disease such as mangy. As skin diseases like mangy often cause the animal to release a very strong and foul odor, it explains why witnesses of Chupacabra often report smelling a strong smell. And Chupacabra's sightings in Mexico and other parts of Central America are often actually the Xolo dog. I think that's how you read it. I'm sorry. Xolo? Oh, Xolo dog. Sorry, Xolo. Okay, so this is actually the sighting of a Xolo dog, which is a type of hairless dog that is native to Mexico. And by the way, it is the same kind of dog that, appeared in the Disney movie Coco. Dante, the one on the right. Dante is a Xolo dog. And you can definitely see why the Xolo dog is so frequently mistaken for the Chupacabra. But they have feelings too, okay? Don't call them a monster. They're just a hairless, almost hairless dog. They're cute in their own way, derpy way. But what about the supposed remains of Chupacabra found by Dr. Phyllis Canyon in Cuero, Texas? If you remember, Phyllis supposedly had 5 DNA tests done, which proved that the creature's DNA didn't match any DNA of an animal in existence. Well, that's been more or less debunked. Biologists at Texas State University and San Marcos did their own independent DNA tests of the creature and found that it had a match to a coyote. So here's the thing though. Phyllis Canyon didn't actually lie about her DNA tests. When she had the creature's DNA examined, the test suggested that it was a hybrid of a coyote on the maternal side and a Mexican wolf on the paternal side. So when Phyllis Canyon said that, quote, "they don't match any animal in the archive," end quote, what she meant was that the creature was a unique hybrid that wasn't in an exact match to a particular animal in existence. Nicely played, Phyllis, but we figured it out. Also, Dorothy, thank you so much. Chupacabra is a Pokemon. It has regional forms. Oh my god. Oh, that's nice one. Nice one. I like that one. Okay. So Phyllis played us a little bit of a wordplay, but in her defense, the existence of a coyote/Mexican wolf hybrid is still very unusual because there hasn't been any Mexican wolves in Texas for over 80 years. So, yeah. So it's pretty clear that the updated version of Chupacabra is probably just a case of misidentification and a dog with maybe mangy. But what about this original version of Chupacabra? I mean, that doesn't look like any animal that we know. Well, there have been many attempts to, rationalize and explain the original Chupacabra. For example, that it was a monkey or a large vampire bat. There isn't really a single one of these animals that really resembles the, eyewitness accounts of El Chupacabra. Well, I did find a very convincing explanation for the original Puerto Rican Chupacabra. So in the 2000s, author and paranormal skeptic Benjamin Radford started a 5-year investigation of the Chupacabra. Also, I am sorry, I can't stop myself from pointing this out, but there's a serious chin situation going on here. It's like, I don't know, it's like I'm looking at Mel's hole, but on Ben's chin. Ben's hole. Can you guys see this cleft chin? I look into the hole. Go for it. Go Ben. I am on fire today with the bad jokes, but I'm sorry, Benjamin. I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of your chin. I am mesmerized. I'm just a little bit good for you. Rock that chin, but I am mesmerized by the chin. Anyway. Oh God. Lol fear. It's Mr. Clean. Listen, I am mesmerized by the chin, okay? Chin looks kind of looks like a butt. Just a little bit, but, you know, good for him. Okay, so Benjamin. During his research, Radford kept asking himself a huge question. Why specifically did the Chupacabra sightings suddenly explode in 1995? Because remember, the first supposed cases of Chupacabra happened in the 1970s, so what can explain the 30-year gap? Like, there was 1970 and then 1995. Like, why the 35-year gap? Well, the answer could be quite simple. It was a Hollywood movie. So on July 7th, 1995, the sci-fi movie Species was released. And the movie's plot was about how a group of scientists and government agents tried to track down a seductive but dangerous human-alien hybrid. If you look at the alien which appears in the movie, you can immediately see many close similarities to the famous description of El Chupacabra. You can see it in this comparison. They have similar facial features, the spines on the back, and even the skin looks quite similar. And when Benjamin Radford interviewed Madeline Tolentino, the witness who produced the famous Chupacabra sketch, she admitted that she had watched the movie before the alleged sighting in August 1995. Holy shit. You know, she just watched the movie. What's more, literally one of the very first scenes in the movie, like the movie Species, is actually located and filmed in Puerto Rico. Like this shot. This is the shot at the beginning of the movie, and it is actually Arecibo telescope in Puerto Rico. So, bam, bam. That's the same place. So it's very... Yeah, I mean, you know, like it's very likely that the witnesses at least in Puerto Rico had seen the movie Species, and, you know, the scenes in the movie had influenced what they thought they saw. So maybe they saw a natural, like some animal that is completely normal, maybe with mangy, maybe with some kind of skin condition, and they just kind of, because they've watched the movie, they kind of connected, they kind of like skewed it, warped their memory, and they thought it was like some kind of alien animal. So, in conclusion, it seems that most of the primary evidence of El Chupacabra's existence has been debunked, but there are some things that remain a mystery. What I couldn't actually find an explanation for was the strange animal killings and mutilations. Whether or not you believe in the Chupacabra, those animal killings are real and they did happen. Something or someone or whatever, like, it did kill those animals, thousands of animals, and there still isn't a sufficient explanation for it. You know, be it Puerto Rico or Mexico or Texas or, you know, Utah, the Skinwalker Ranch. Well, I mean, that one isn't like exactly connected to Chupacabra, but I made that connection because the mutilations were very similar. So those animals died for real. If you compare the typical 3 puncture wounds in Chupacabra victims versus dog bite marks or even vampire bite marks, they don't really match the Chupacabra bite marks at all. Also, typically when canines like dogs, coyotes, or wolves bite their victims, there are 2 sets of bite marks, one on one side of the neck and another set on the other side. Since canines bite with the top and bottom teeth on their jaws. But the wounds on Chupacabra victims often did not have these 2 sets of bite marks. They were just on one side and it was like 3 puncture wounds or something. Lastly, I couldn't find a solid rational explanation why the Chupacabra victims' blood is completely drained. Canines like dogs, coyotes, and wolves may lick the blood, but they don't suck it out. So, you know, there wouldn't be like complete, you know, the animals wouldn't be I guess the prey wouldn't be sucked out of blood. And blood-sucking animals like vampire bats are not known to be able to suck out the blood from an entire animal, and definitely not from like a cow. You know, just the last drop of blood in a cow. Like, that's just not what vampire bats do. So perhaps there is some kind of unknown creature out there that we just can't identify. We've never really encountered and registered and, like, you know, recorded. Or maybe it's a huge elaborate prank caused by humans. You know, like secret government experiments. Whatever it is, the whole truth behind El Chupacabra remains to this day a mystery. And, you know, meanwhile, you know, if we want to feel better about ourselves, let's just admire the chin. Let's admire the hole, Ben's hole, because the chin is mesmerizing. At least that's gonna make us feel a little bit better. I know I am feeling already like I'm feeling better. Okay, that is it. That is it for the Chupacabra. Well, I mean, that's the case. The case. That's it for the case. Let me just change the music. Yeah, because this is the point that we've all been waiting for. I do have some evidence from my viewers, from my Patreon members that they submitted on Discord, and I'm gonna show you guys some of it because it's pretty convincing. I would say some of it is pretty convincing. So now there's a male and Ben's hole. There are two holes. I don't feel better. What? The chin didn't make you feel better? How could it? How is this possible? The chin is great. Okay, so now we're gonna look at some additional evidence that was submitted by my Patreon members. Okay, so the first one. This was submitted by Bacon. I'd like to see a Chupacabra try. Oh my god, this cracks me up every time. The goat is not playing, okay? This goat isn't playing. Oh my god, this is great. Oh my god. Okay, the next one is submitted by... This was from Silverjack, and this is actually a... I think this was from Texas. Wasn't it from Texas? Wait, let me just check, because I vaguely remember. Let me check. Because this was actually connected to another case that I covered. This was the case of a dogman, like Michigan dogman. This was actually... reported, if I remember correctly, which one? It was like on TV, but it wasn't in Michigan. I think it was like completely somewhere else. And let me see. This was in Texas. So this was in Texas, just like smooth criminal. But I think it was also theorized that this was a dogman. So who knows? Okay, Eric Verastigi submitted this one. You know what really gets my goat? El Chupacabra! Oh, I love this. I love this. Oh god. And then another one from Eric. Just, you know, just a regular day. Chupacabra and Bigfoot just, you know, chilling. Because they are too famous, you know. They need something familiar, you know, a friend with similar experience. So they're just... this is very convincing evidence. That's a real life photo. Jose, thank you so much. It's all fun and games until the typical assault goats come out to play. Oh no! Okay, then the next one is from Kanta. Chupacabra! I can't. You guys are killing me. Oh my god, this is killing me. Chupacabra is great. I need that on my t-shirt. Chupacabra. And Kanta also submitted this one. Chupacornon de cabra. Chupacornon de cabra. Oh my god. This would be such a good t-shirt. I'm sorry, but Chupacabra is great. Okay, this one also cracked me up. So Ketsuya lost a dog. Let's listen. Ketsuya is looking for a dog. Missing dog. A cry for help for a furry friend. Chupi. The name is Chupi. Breed mix. Color grayish. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Color non-applicable. Chupi has been missing for a week. Last seen playing in the neighbor's sheep farm. Just playing. Also, not Blitzen. Thank you so much for another donation, for another super chat. Blitzo, not Blitzen, sorry. Not Blitzo. Thank you so much for another super chat. So yeah, Chupi, if found $200 reward, you know, if you have any information, please call 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9-0. Very legitimate number, and you know, like be on the lookout for Chupi. He's lost. And then another one from Eric. I don't know why people are scared of chupacabras. They seem so nice. That's capybaras. Capybaras just... I can see that happening there. But it's like a cuter... I think it's the cute chupacabra. That's the cute cousin. That chupacabras don't like because they're too cute. Too soft. Okay. And the last one, the last thing I want to show you is the work of none other than Intan-kun, which I couldn't use because people would be mad. YouTube would be like, take it down, you know, this is disrespectful. But okay, this is... That's it. that was the rejected thumbnail. Listen, I enjoy the humor, but I think YouTube would be like, listen, no, you can't do this shit. I have to. Oh my god. Okay, this is getting out of. It's getting out of control. Okay. Bring it. This goat is a goat. This goat is not afraid. Okay. This goat is. It has its, you know, it has a way. Oh my god. Capybara is so chill. They can hang out with crocs and gators. Oh yeah, that's just crazy. The crocodile one is just like, eh. It's like any, same old. A good old, you know, just, it's like, this is Frank, my friend. Oh my god. Oh my god, okay, okay, I'm crying. I'm crying, but like, let's remember, forever in our hearts, Ben's chin. Okay, let me just switch back to the other screen and let's just finish the stream. This is it. That's it for the case. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I just wanted to say thank you to all of my Patreon members. Let me just read the names and say special thanks to my supporters, to my Patreon members. Colonel Turtle, Tyrant Kitsune, Scholastica, CW, SL004, IDK Bacon 53, Rudol Ganudol, Windstorm555, Ian, Bubak, Kronos, Hail Mary, Leonovsky, Kanta, Gon Puppy, Brandon S, Christopher McCants, Rune S, Anwen, Hopeful Space Pitaco, Jesus, I can't speak. Hopeful Space Pitaco, Bright Slap, Arbiter of the Twin Goddesses, Game Leader, Lost Nemesis, Pistol Disco, DMJ 2004, Mr. Ridgway, Anthony Vivenzio, Silverjack, Chris, Imythe, Christopher Holgate, Elgato Blue Summers, Nicholas Holly, The John Active, Ketsuya, Forgotten Wraith, General Grievous, Eric Verastigi, Shy, Aaron, and Frozen Lion. Thank you so much. Oh, also, wait a minute. Hold up. I have it. I have something. I've got something. I just forgot that I had it. We still have some videos. So we still have videos of Chupacabra. We have two. One is actually very, very convincing. Like, I don't know what... I have no fucking idea what it is. Let me just turn off the music for a moment, and you guys will see a video. This one is from Twitter. Oh, shit. Where's my... Oh, let me just go to the side. So this one is on Twitter. It was submitted also by one of my members. Let me see which one. Let me see who submitted it, because I don't want to, like, mix it up. Kanta submitted. Also, Ketsia, thank you so much for the donation. Okay, Kanta submitted this one.
Ketsia donated $10.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this one was by Kanta, from Kanta, and let's just watch it because it's weird. It's weird.
Мужики, вы в это интернет скиньте, фотоаппарат, а?
Да.
Посмотри, у меня фотоаппарата нету, слышите, а?
Eh?
Ё, вы его здесь оставьте, слышите?
Ага.
А может, тут
What the heck?
Oh,
don't touch it. Radioactive. Uranium. Holy shit.
Бля, мужики, вы в это интернет скиньте, фотоаппарат, а?
Да.
Holy shit, uranium. What the heck? Why would you touch? Why? No. Don't do that. Okay, and then there's another one, and this one was submitted by, wait, let me see. This one was from Eric. Oh, we have more. Wait, we have more. I have to download some stuff. And yeah, okay, this one was from the Laskin Chai. Hey, and another one. Wait, okay. We have two more. I just want to show the... Okay, we have another video, and this one is Chupacabras falling from the sky. Wait, okay. Wait! Ah! Chupacabra! What the heck? Why? I don't understand. What is going on here? Alright. Shy. Well, that's your name on the... Yeah, that's your name. Shy. Isn't that... Yeah, that's you. That is you. Yeah, the last one is by Shy. Well, the last two are by Shy. Yeah! Oh, I need this plushie. I need this plushie in my life. Oh my god. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. And then one last meme. Love this animal. The Chupacabra. Aminal. Love this aminal. I'm sorry, it's not an animal, it's an aminal. So this one. The Chupacabra. La Chupacabra. La Chupacabra. Chupacabra la la la. Oh my god, with you guys. You guys are killing me every time. Oh my god. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for today. Wait, let me just like, oh, okay. Alright, thank you so much for today. Thank you for all of the donations. You guys are awesome. And special thanks, obviously special thanks to my Patreon members for submitting all the evidence, funny memes, and just a plushie that I'm gonna get now because I need it. And capybara, probably like, I should get like a pet capybara and call it Chupacabra. Chuppy. Oh god. Oh, that's great. Okay, you guys, thank you so much again. Wait, where's my... Yeah. Thank you so much again. Stay safe out there. Always lock your doors and windows. Bury your hexes. Until the next time. I'm gonna post the schedule sometime today or tomorrow. So you can look forward to that. There's gonna be another Cryptid Files case. There's gonna be some spooky videos. There will be a horror game stream because there's a game coming up. I think on the 25th of... Yeah, October 25th, that is coming out, and it's called Stray Souls, and I am so looking forward to this game because it looks freaking terrifying. I am gonna die, but I'm planning to do maybe like a challenge, maybe something fun. Definitely some scary videos, definitely the Cryptid Files case, and another case on Patreon next week, so you can look forward to that. So thank you so much. Again, stay safe out there until the next time. Bye! Why am I being held hostage? Fabian, thank you. Someone say hostage time. I guess Fabian did. Thank you so much, Fabian, for the last donation, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Also, Shy. Holy shit. Now everyone's just like, what the fuck? Ah! Okay, Shy, Chupacabra. Thank you so much for the donation. And Ketsuya, hostage time. Thank you so much. Okay. Enough. That's it. Thank you. Thank you so much, but I gotta go. Bye. I'll see you guys next time. so much, Shy Shy. Okay, now for real. Now for real. Bye. After this song, the song is done and I'm gone. Bye.